Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing well. Show you guys here. Yep. She won't leave me. No, she sure won't. And she's been a little stinker girl, too. Yes, she has. She's been a little stinker girl, too. Yes, she keeps going after my bracelets. I got my bracelets on. Mostly the other one, because it's got these like little stringy thingies. It's one of those where you tighten it on up underneath. And she keeps trying to go after those. She wants to chew on them, and Mommy keeps saying no. And of course, she keeps getting upset with me. She said, "But Mom, it's string." No, I realize it's string, but no. Now she's giving me this look like, "But Mom." And of course she keeps itching. She doesn't. I keep telling her, "You're going to go to the doctor here soon for that." We'll see. We'll see what they have to say. Yeah. I know I have to look that all up yet with her insurance. Let's see. With everything. Oh my goodness. As I don't remember. That was what, a month ago that I signed up for. Oh yeah, buggy. Okay, go after the buggy. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I gotta look all that up yet, and I was just remembering waking up this morning, about 30 minutes ago actually, that I still have to get with Walgreens yet too for my sensors. Find out if they have found out anything about, which I doubt. I'm sure they have forgotten about it. So, anywho, I gotta do that on my days off as well. And in the meantime, yes, I have been reading my book. And I don't want to say being a good girl, because I really want to read it. And it's been very therapeutic in many ways. Oh, yep, there's the buggy. Go get the buggy. It landed. Oh my gosh, go get it. There she goes. One of the reasons why she likes living here, she gets to chase buggies all the time. I think she thinks they're birds. I don't know. Oh my goodness. So, anywho, yeah, there she is. I know. She's such a silly girl. What are you doing? Oh, now you're going to play with my lip balm? My goodness. What are you doing? Okay. No idea. Sometimes I have no idea what she's doing. But anyway, oh, it was so nice out last night. It was a little bit of a chill in the air, and it was raining. Rained a couple of times when I was at work, and when I got out from work too, it was still raining, which was awesome. Helped cool me down quite a bit, and I slept with the windows open last night. I was like, screw this. Yeah, it was pretty chilly in here, and of course I have my heating blanket going all night too, so that helps. And but now I went ahead, I closed the window. She was curled up sound asleep in her bed, looking at me like, "Mom, I'm cold." I'm like, "Yes, baby, I know." But Mom was warm, especially after getting off work. And yeah, I got the space heater going, so we're good there. But yeah, I know. It's like, well, if you're warm, close the windows. But I like the fresh air, and it's a nice balance. You know, you got the cool air, and then you got the heating blanket, and it's just, so nice. Especially after work last night, we're getting in. We just got done or I should say management and so forth, they all just got done with inventory. So we're getting a whole bunch of crap in. That's what I'm going to call it. Some of it we have needed for a while. But a lot of it is like, okay, I think the warehouse is just trying to clear out their shit and throwing it at whoever. Yeah, that's what I think is going on. So it's we got some more of that sort of stuff in, and then I seen also more in the back that is the same scenario. So yeah, I know it's kind of funny. I mean I was hired as a specialist, not somebody who should be taking care of stock and so forth. Even though I've been told that I need to or whatever. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird reaction that I keep getting where they see me doing it. I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm like, well, it's stuff that's in my department or goes in my department or whatever, or has been left behind in my department. Okay, fine. I'll just go and throw it on the shelf. What's the big fucking deal, you know? And they're just like, oh, thank you so much for helping us out. We're so behind. We're shorthanded, this and that. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's just, I don't know. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird thing. Well, too, I know that they've been shorthanded in that department for a while. But I don't, of course, I have no idea what happened beforehand. Maybe they had a bunch of people who didn't help out. For all I know, I have no idea. But me, I'm like, shoot, tell you the truth, I'd much rather be doing that than sitting around selling a bunch of carpeting and shit that I really don't care to be doing. That's the way I look. I'd much rather do that. I just got to get over my fear of causing an accident. Yeah, that's a big thing. It's a big hurdle. I know my next challenge is the tall ladder. I'll get through everything, you know, with the short ladder. It could be a bit clumsy trying to lug that thing around, especially with how you have to lug it around. It's just kind of weird. You got to lift it up. It's got four like rubber things, you know, stoppers on the, so it stays put on the floor. Okay. Whatever, child. But then to move it, and it's not that terribly light either, but to move it, you got to lift it up completely on the one side, and there's these two wheels that are a little bit elevated off of the floor, but in order to get to those wheels, you got to lift the one side, and with me being kind of short, almost to, yeah, head level or whatever. It's like I had to get it all the way up here, lifting it pretty much from the bottom in order to get access to those wheels in order to be able to move it around. So I'm working on getting through that first. And focusing on what I'm doing, not moving too fast, and taking my time, stopping at the end of an aisle, looking, also when I'm still in an aisle, making sure that I'm not just taking it slow and steady to make sure I don't run into things and so forth, reprogramming my mind basically, to let it know, hey, it's okay to be doing this, and to slow the fuck down. That's what matters the most. And just take your time, just take your time. And so, yeah, it's pretty much what I'm doing. My next goal, once I feel comfortable with this one, and I'm having lots of opportunities with moving this one around. My next challenge, I'm gonna conquer that big ass tall orange ladder. You know which ones I'm talking about. The ones where you have to step on the bottom, you know, to release the brake and move it around. Because there's also height with that one, even with going up and down it. It's like I'm a little bit nervous. Not just first getting over my fear of moving it around without hitting anything or anybody, and then going up and down it. The reason why I have a fear of going up and down it is because I have a tendency to fall up and down stairs. Yeah, and with where we're living at, it's made me a bit nervous because these stairs are kind of short and a little bit on the steep side. A lot like this set of stairs that we had in Michigan that went down into the basement. They were open on the back also, and they were they were short, not very deep, and a little bit on the steep side. And unfortunately, I guess it happened also when we first moved in. We moved in when I was 4, but I have no memory of it. I just remember my mom telling me about it. But I remember a little bit later, I know I was in 3rd grade, that much I do remember, so I was probably, I think it happened, oh, it's okay, hey, it's alright, if you need to cough it up, it's okay, sweetie, yeah. She was acting like she was going to cough. She was acting like she was going to cough up a fur ball. She doesn't do that too often. She's not one for throwing up. I keep her really healthy, so she doesn't have any of those issues. Yeah. It's one of the reasons why I try and keep her calm as much as possible too, with her anxieties that she deals with. Yes, that's your tail. Very good. Okay, y'all want to see her tail flapping. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's alright. Slow down. Slow down. There you go. Yeah. Purr it out. There you go. It's okay. Yeah. That's a good meow. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, it's alright. So anyway, yeah, when I was a kid, like I was saying, I was, I remember I was in 3rd grade, so, and I remember it happening later on in the school year. Yeah, I believe it was that following spring or something. And again, it could have been at the start of the school year. I don't remember. No, it was later. It was later in the school year. Anyway, so I was 9 at the time. Well, anyway, I remember we went and got groceries, and what we used to do there, especially when things would be on sale or whatever, we would stock up with things for the winter months, because a lot of times, especially with living on the western side of Michigan, we would get those lake effect snows, and a lot of times we would wind up getting snowed in, and we couldn't get out at all. So we would stock up on things like large boxes of laundry detergent. During the summer months, my mom would buy extra fruits and can them and stock them downstairs in the freezer. We'd buy extra meats, throw them in the freezer, things like that. We had this one room downstairs in the basement that always stayed really, really cool. So she was able to take canned items and throw them there. in that room. And I still remember to this day helping her with canning like peaches and so forth. Especially remember the peaches. But anyway, she had gotten this big box of laundry detergent. I don't remember which one it was that we were using at the time. And I, of course, the Little Miss Helper, still yet to this day, I know. I know, she's just talking. I remember wanting to take this big box of laundry detergent downstairs. I was like, it's okay, Mom, I'll take it. She's like, you sure? It's heavy. Be careful. It's like, it's okay, Mom, I'll take it, And I started down the stairs, and I was carrying it in both my arms, didn't have hold of the handrail, and down I went. I remember the total fall, and my mom came running. Of course, I was all scraped up and bruised and so forth, and she was just frantic and everything. And I know I hit my head. That much I do remember. No wonder I'm so brain damaged. So, but yeah, she was just like, oh my gosh, you okay? This, that, and I remember having this big open scab right here on the base of my chin for quite a while. And I was just like, yeah, I'm okay, Mom, and it hurt. Especially with being a 9-year-old, it was like, damn, that hurt, But no, it's a tough little thing. I was always a tomboy anyway. I was always the one beating up the boys on the playground and everything. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, well, they kept bugging us. You know how boys are. They have to tease us girls, Well, we got sick of it, especially when the playground monitors weren't doing anything about it, so fuck it. Beat up the fucking boys. Actually, my mom even got notes from home on, like, progress reports. I know my mom had saved that one for years. All the way into adulthood, really. It's okay. Yeah. Where my second grade teacher, Mrs. Herrick, we would get 6-week progress reports that would be sent home. Aside from the report cards, we would have 6-week progress reports that would be filled out and sent home. And it was basically this one sheet of paper, and it would just have this little notation box about special notations or whatever. And of course, I had the grid for for them to put S for satisfactory, O for outstanding, and it would be broken down according to whatever study, reading or arithmetic or whatever, and it would be period one or whatever. I don't remember, quarterly one, whatever it said. I don't remember. Anyway, and it was just this. It was called carbon paper, and then for each one it would be a separate one a separate color that would be sent home for whatever period or quarter or whatever we were in. But anyway, I remember the one that was sent home. It said right in there, Mrs. Herrick saying, "Can you please talk to Valerie about not beating up the boys on the playground?" Yeah, I'm not kidding. So yeah, I was a tough little thing. Still am in many ways, even though I don't beat up boys anymore. Well, if push came to shove, I would. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I was silly. I know, I still am. But anyway, so yeah, I have a tendency, I still have that fear. I remember the entire fall. And didn't break anything. Didn't split my head open or anything. Didn't need any stitches for anything. I do remember going back to school. That was on a Saturday. I remember going back to school on Monday. The teacher took one look at me and she pulled me aside. I didn't understand it at the time. And she was asking me a whole bunch of questions. Yeah. Now I understand it. It's like, she's like, Valerie, what happened? I fell down the stairs. It was innocent. I had no idea at the time. I didn't know. So, yeah. And they just kept, and she kept hounding me and everything. No, I fell down the stairs. I was getting upset about it. She kept asking me these questions. I don't even remember what the questions were, but I just remembered being upset, you know. Oh, I fell down the stairs. That's all. That's all it was. Yeah, I was carrying down a big box of laundry detergent, and I slipped, and I fell down the stairs. Oh, gosh. Social services or anything was not called. They believed me because I was getting upset. No, I fell down the damn stairs. Oh, gosh. I had no idea. So anyway, I still have that problem, especially with these big-ass feet that I have. I still have a tendency to trip over my own damn feet and fall up and down stairs all the time. I trip over air, okay? I'm not tripping over my feet. I'm tripping over air, okay? Yeah. Oh, I think I'll name this video that. Yeah, should I name that video that I fell down the stairs? Here, you need to be scratched. There you go. Get scratched. So, anyway, that's a fear I have with that big orange ladder. And not just with moving it around. I'm worried that I'm going to wind up tripping and falling down this thing, too. Because I also I don't just fall downstairs, I also fall upstairs. People still can't figure that out. How do you fall going upstairs? I don't fall down the stairs. I just trip going up the stairs, and then I'm falling down, you know, forward, hitting my knees. Every time. All the time. I do it constantly. It's like I miss the stair, and I just trip, and then I'm falling forward. And it's like, how do you fall? My mom always called it falling up the stairs. So that's why I call it falling up the stairs. But anyway. So that's going to be my next goal. Get through that. And then I could see about getting behind the wheel of a mechanized vehicle of some sort. So, yeah. I'm determined. I'm going to do it. I just got to reprogram the mind to get over the fears. But one step at a time. Take it slow. That's the thing, you know. Force the world to move at your pace, whether they like it or not. Even if it costs you your damn job. If anything, it's discrimination. I realize that there's right to work states and all this sort of crap, but is it really worth it to keep working someplace that's not understanding? Yeah. There's other options out there. Let yourself be fired, collect some unemployment for a little bit until you can get another job. That's what it's there for. Yeah, you're going to have to make some lifestyle changes, but in the meantime, yeah, find something that's better instead of so damn stressful. So, but anywho, that's my advice for today. Yeah, but I just think it's interesting. Everybody just kind of keeps thanking me or whatever. They're like, "Oh my gosh, you took care of that whole cart." I'm like, yeah, what's the big deal? Not just that, also go backs, and they're like, I don't know. It's just good. Like I said, I don't know what's been going on there before. Nobody has said anything, which I appreciate. There's been very, very little said. That's one of the things that I have appreciated with working there. It's not a situation where there's or at least I haven't come across it, where there's situations where people are bitching, moaning, complaining, or talking behind people's backs, or what have you. Yeah, I see. Oh my goodness. At least I haven't come across it anyway. And even if I do, I'm going to be like, I don't care. You go talk amongst yourselves. Keep me out of it. So I just don't care to engage in that. So, yeah. Yeah, right. I know she needs a good brushing. I want to get her. I know they got one of those brushes downstairs where you get to underneath the undercoat, gets everything out. She hates those things, but does a great job. I know part of her problem is dry skin. She's got a bad problem with dry skin. But I want her ears checked out because she keeps just digging around those areas. Yes! But I want her ears checked out. And maybe we can also discuss the dry skin problem. Especially right there, base of her tail. She's where her tail meets her butt. Right there, or her back, I should say. Constant dry skin problems. She's always wanting me to scratch in there. I know it's also a horny spot too for her. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, good news. Vegas kicked some wild ass. Yeah. Going to round 2. And they were playing right here. And I went I was kind of watching the score, keep my eye on the score while I was unloading that cart. And I still needed to take my second 15 yet. And it was coming up at 9 o'clock, and I was getting a little bit hungry. Sugar was getting a little bit on the low side and so forth. And I'm just like, okay, let's go ahead and take my 15. As I also saw that we were in the third period, and we had about 3 minutes. I think it was like 3 minutes, 23 seconds left, something like that. And it was like, okay. So I let my counterpart know that, hey, I'm going to go take a break. I also had finished that cart and took the empty boxes back to the baler and so forth. And I'm like, okay, and I really need to go pee. I'll just come around and say, I really need to go pee. So I cleaned up a little bit at least, and I think I did at that point. I don't remember, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So I went on break, and I'm just sitting there. Oh, excuse me. I wasn't. What are you chewing on now? What are you getting into? Okay, making sure she's not chewing on the cord for the electric blanket. Hi. Yeah. Okay. Now. Are you being a silly? Are you being a silly? Are you ready for breakfast? Well, I'm going to get you your breakfast here in a little bit. Okay. Silly girl. She could be 7 this year. Anyway, so yeah, went and took care of my natural business, and then went and sat down in the break room. Didn't eat anything or anything, just sat there, cooled off, and I'm sitting there with my phone. Just watching the timer, and it keeps stopping. It looked like they were taking, somebody anyway, kept taking a lot of timeouts. I'm sure both sides probably were. But then, the score was 3-2, it was 3-2 at that point. Of course, Vegas. And I'm like, okay, and I'm just watching the timer. I had no way to watch the game. I don't know how to use the TV. All these new TVs, I have no idea how to use any of that shit. Um, and I'm just like, and to tell you the truth, we're having a lot of issues with the internet last night. Even our phones, our work phones, they weren't working very well. So I'm just like, I don't care if I watched a game or not. But I was able to at least get the score coming in. And anyway, I'm just sitting there with my phone, and I'm just watching that timer, and it kept stopping and everything. And I'm just like, okay, come on, don't let them score, don't let them score. And I believe Fleury was on the net for the Wild side. Of course, he was our goalie at first, but I know he played in the last game, and that's what wound up costing the Wild the game with the last one. And I realize he's still young, but in hockey years, he's very old, and this is actually his last season. He's retiring after this season. And like I said, he used to be our goalie. He was our starting goalie. And then after, I think, 4 years, he was traded over to the Blackhawks. And then they, at some point, traded him to the Wild. So he's had a really good career. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not knocking him by any means. And I think it's noble that they let him have the net with these last couple of games, especially with it being playoffs. I think it's very noble. But at the same point, yeah, I do know, because he's the age is catching up with him, and unfortunately, in some ways I know that's what cost him the games. So, but I hope he has a really good retirement and is able to reflect back on good times and everything. So, but and I love him to pieces. I absolutely love him to pieces. He's a good player and everything. But yeah, I just kept watching that countdown, and then it happened, popped up final, and I just burst out shouting. I'm like, yes! That's my boys. That's my boys. I love them to pieces. So it would be awesome to see them go all the way again, and to see the original Misfits take it all the way again. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. So, but yeah, yeah. I'm so proud of them going on to round 2 again. It's like, yeah, yeah, babies. So, yeah, and it was so funny. Well, when it happened, I quickly took a screenshot, and what was bad is it was right there just before my 15 minutes ended, and but I took a really quick screenshot, sent it to Rick, and it's like, Kit some wild ass. No response. I know he saw it. I saw the little notifications popping up, showing. Yeah, he saw it. It's like, yep. And in some ways, it didn't surprise me that Angie was the one who picked me up from work, and it wasn't because of that. But I had a joke about it either way. Now he had to be up early this morning to be to work at 6:30. So I don't blame him for wanting to go to bed early. Plus, on top of that, unfortunately, their son came home from school sick a little bit. So he has to, it's school policy, or if a child gets sick at school, they have to be out for 24 hours. So Angie is taking the day off today to be at home with him. So. But yeah, I would just, and it was funny too, because right after I sent it, all of a sudden I heard my ear. Well, I also had yelled out, party in Vegas tonight. Vegas is a huge hockey city. We had become a huge hockey city. So yeah, and my ear just went ping pop, and it was like, oh yeah, oh yeah, huge party in Vegas tonight. I don't know if it was that or maybe somebody was talking about me, but yeah, wow, that was like loud and then pop. It's like wow. So, but anyway, awesome, awesome, love it. So anyway, I think we're supposed to be clearing up with the weather. We're still cloudy this morning. I think we're supposed to be clearing up for this weekend. I think one of my days that I have off coming up, we're supposed to possibly get some rain. So I am so looking forward to those 3 days off. That's for sure. But anywho, yeah, this is going to be very exciting. So anyway, I gotta get myself moving for work. I had to take an Uber in today, so yeah. Oh, someone is being a little stinker butt. Yep, she's being mischievous. She's got that look on her face. She's got that kitten look. That's what I always call it. She's got that kitten look. That mischievous look. Ew, Mom. She's got the devil in her today. I better watch out. Yeah. Should mommy watch out? Also, personal health news. Still no flare up. A little bit of flare up back here in my neck from that old injury. And when I got home, I massaged some oils in. Poop. Took right care of it. Muscles and my arms are a little sore. That's okay. We can handle that. No problem. Just can't handle in the chest. And no issues. None whatsoever still. Yay! I'm so proud of me. So proud of my body. I have been doing some good healing. Really good healing. Physically, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually. Yeah, all the way around. It's been awesome. I'm feeling so much better. So much better. Yeah. So, anywho, love you guys. I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all want to see her one more time? Say hi. She's like, no, I'm not going to look. Yeah. Miss Sassy butt. Little Miss Sassy. Little Miss Sassy girl. Oh, scratch my butt, Mommy. Scratch my butt. Scratch my butt. Oh, scratch my butt. Scratchy, scratchy, scratchy. Oh. Love you guys. Now you got to see her butt being scratched. Her reaction. I know. She's silly. I know. Next week, we'll find out. Next paycheck. Love you guys. I'll talk to y'all soon. Love you.